He says, I call him Skumbuzo. Like I said, my immediate family call me Clantis. They don't call me Ntutugo, but I'm also known as Ntutugo elsewhere. He says what actually amazed him about Gininda is that he says he's never met the accused or the people that are accused of unaliving Senzo Meiwa. I'm sinking into this chair. I don't know. So now, how does he know them suddenly? He wants to know. So he wants to know, between Gininda and his son, who now identified them enough for them to go and say, yeah, these are the people that unalive Senzo Meiwa. Because Gininda says he's never met them before. He says, I don't understand. My son is a police officer together with Gininda. Because Gininda now is telling my son to go and testify about these people. He says, what he testified shocked me. He says, now this is a story we all heard in court, right? Okay, let me try and get myself sorted out here. What's happening? I'm sorry. Okay. I think I'm fine. Yeah, he says that on the stand, he gets a phone call from the suspects. Well, now they are an accused to come, remember, to Hostel us, right? At the hostel. Now he's telling the story how Zungu got to Hostel and met with the accused, and how they took a gun. I mean, we remember him saying that he gave his gun and the car keys to Kwabeni. And then these guys left and he remained behind. And yet it was there was something going on there. This is the question we were asking as well. So you were saying that your friends, the accused, call you to the hostel. They take guns and car keys and leave you behind, and you are a police officer. That's the question we're asking. You are a police officer amongst criminals. What are you doing with criminals, officer? And he says he is a police officer and he's with a gang of criminals. Then they go and do what they did to Senzo Meiwa, and yet they have a police in the house. He says now that he put two and two together. Senzo Meiwa is now gone. They came back to the hostel where the police officer is. Now, why did Gininda believe that story? Because in my head, I'm like, shouldn't Gininda have arrested him for defeating the ends of justice, for concealing? That's the question he's asking. He's not putting it that way, but that's what he's asking. Like, it does not make sense that a whole police officer hangs out with criminals, they go and unalive a person, come back to the where the police is at, and he doesn't make any arrests as a police officer, or at least call back up. He says, but here I'm surprised that Gininda doesn't know anything, but he knows me. Who wrote that letter and told the judge, this is the witness that's going to come? He's talking about as a key witness in this matter. So if he had the evidence, why did he call me? Why did he call me on the stand? So now the journalist is asking him about the accused, if he knows any of them. He says, yes, I know two of them. He says he knows Sbia, that is accused number one. He's my neighbor right there. And then he knows accused number two, Bongani Ntanzi. Accused number two is a family member who is born directly into my family, but on his mother's side. He is born of my cousin, who is the father is my uncle. So the journalist is asking, so what is your issue regarding Gininda? Is it because he mentioned you that you are a key witness and you wrote and deposed a sworn statement? What is the issue? He says, what Gininda said in court, that is my issue, in my name. That I came to him together with his colleagues and my son, and I deposed of a sworn statement. He says that is not the truth. And on top of that, if I did depose of that sworn statement, how come I was not called on the stand? And that's exactly all of us that are saying this is a fabricated case we're asking. Remember, we were asking, okay, we are hearing about Absalom Zungu, but it's on a hearsay principle, which Rata very quickly puts it down if it's a hearsay. But he allowed this hearsay. He allowed it. He allowed it. And now Mr. Zungu is asking, why didn't you call me? I'm the one who deposed of it. I'm still alive. So that I can come to the court and tell the judge, these are the people and those are the people that I was talking about in my statement that did what they did to Senzo Meiwa. Then my son came back again for the last time and told me something about Gininda. So he says this is what Gininda says about somebody, but he says he's not sure if we can mention the person's name. And the journalist is like, yes, please mention names. Yeah, we want names. Oh, I hear Jabulo's voice there. It's like, yeah, mention it. Yes, Jabulo. Yes, Jabulo.
What again?
He says, when the son came for the last time, he came to his father to ask him about a girlfriend of one of the accused. Accused number 5's girlfriend in Tuli. He says in court he's called by a different name, Nkani. Yeah, that's accused number 5. So now the son is asking on behalf of Gininda if the father knows the girlfriend of Ntuli, accused number 5. He says, I'm an old man. What business of mine it is what young people and who their girlfriends are. Even if I met him on the street walking with a woman, it's not my business for me to walk up to him and say, is this your girlfriend? Typical Zulu. He says, secondly, even if I did see him walk with his girlfriend, I've never even seen this man before in my life. I would only see a gentleman walking with a girl that I assume is his girlfriend. Remember, he said he only knows accused number 1 and 2. Now this is about number 5. He says, I don't know number 5, never met him before. And then this is the plot. When you go on the stand, you are going to tell the court that you met, you know, the girlfriend of Fisobushen Tuli's girlfriend. And the money that they got for unaliving Senzo Meiwa, it was sent to the girlfriend. That's what you're going to tell the court. The money was sent to the girlfriend. Remember those statements, right? It showed no large amounts of money that went in. You remember those testimony where Sibanda almost bored us almost half to our graves with those bank statements, and we kept asking questions. Why was it not a bank expert working from the bank doing that, but it was Sibanda? So now they came up with a new plot that you are going to come on the stand and say that that money went to the girlfriend. He says, how would I do that when I don't know neither of them? He says, this is where I became a father and started warning my son. This is the part that breaks my heart, that actually got me doing the video now when I should have done it a long time. He says, this is when I banned my son from coming to my house again. He says, clearly when you come here, you're not coming here to visit me. You are coming here to poison my mind about the Senzo Mayor thing, to take a stand and lie on people. So apparently, when Gininda came to Newcastle to meet this gentleman, he had come with a white lady. Now, the journalist wants to know if he remembers the year. He says no, he doesn't remember the year. It's either between 2023 and 2021. Now, when Gininda started speaking about Zungu, this man, Constable Zungu's father, it was last year. So this is last year.
unyaka kuyoba kubo 2023 2021 ngoba nami nganginake nokubuka phela lokhu uyangifuna
ngikhathi kade kufona bese kuyilesi sikhathi sekhulumile ngawe enkantolo noma
wayengakakhulumi
wayengakakhulumi so njengoba sekhulumile ngawe enkantolo ikuphi babuzunga futhi ukuthi kwenzeke.
Now the judge is asking him, since your name was mentioned in court, what are you hoping happens going forward? He says, I am here to report what is Gininda putting me through. That he says in court, I know what happened to Senzo Mewa because of the accused. So the journalist is asking him, okay, so if they are calling you to come and testify in court, would you go? He says, yeah, and show me and publicize me in public. He says, how will I do that when he is no longer a trustworthy person? He left me the first time. He had an opportunity, but that opportunity, he missed it. He says, what would I be doing there? Because they already testified and they've moved on. He left me when instead of calling me on the stand. Why did he not call me? That's the question we were asking too. He says, I would have come. Send the letter, the subpoena, I would have been in court. He says, I respect the law and nobody is above the law, and because of that, I would have been in court. This man seems to understand how the court works. He says, no person just walk up to the stand without being subpoenaed. He should have subpoenaed me and I would have been in court to testify and confirm my sworn statement. We all know that he never did it, right? Now he says, I am a respectable man. Why is Gininda disrespecting me? So this is what had happened when Gininda was speaking to him. He made some promises to him. One of the promises was, we are going to take you on an international trip if you're going to do this for us. By the way, who was asked that, oh, come down, I'm going to take you out on an international trip so that you cool off your mind? This is like few hours after Senzo's body was cold in a slab in a mortuary. Remember? Now, Gininda is promising this man because he assumes, oh, you're just a black man. You've never even been out and probably you want to go out and experience an aeroplane. And then this man says to him, I work. I have a job. I have my own home. I have children. I have everything I want. Is this okay for him to make something this disrespectful to me, to offer me to take me overseas? So that all because he wants me to lie on the stand, basically is what he's saying. He says that he even told him there is money for him that is set aside.
uyavumile vese impilo yami angisakwazi ukuthi ugcinele ukumbheka ngoba impilo yami vese seyithathile.
He says, because of all of this, I feel so disrespected that I can't even look at the man in the eye. For all he has done to me, he has taken my life.
Ngoba noma ngivelela namhlanje na nje ngoba ngila angisho ngikhala namhlanje. Ngiyasho ukuthi noma ngalahlekelwa impilo yami manje.
Now, this is where he's telling whoever is willing to listen. Okay, let's be strong for this one. Let's be strong for this one. Okay, let's choke them tears. Let's choke them tears. He says, if anything happens to me, I lose my life, just know it's because of Gininda and my son. Wow. No.
Gininda nephoyisa engilizala Hostel noma ngenzakala ini yibo ngoba uthi kimi uGininda
says whatever happens to me, it's them. The part that breaks my heart is the son part, because it's clear his son is willing to have him unalived just so he gets a promotion by lying about people.
sewaze ngabaleka kushuthi phela ngabalekela napha ngihlena kushuthi balekele labo bantu angibalekile ngakhipha unkosikazi omunye ngamaphela umuzi.
He says, I did not run away. What I did was to protect my family. I took one of my wives and built her a house, a safe place for her. Now he's basically planning, if anything happens to him, it happens to him only, no one else. So now he's going around hiding his family members by building a house here for one of his wives and all that stuff.
Yeah. Futhi lokho mabe kufuna ukuthi ngazi ngoba lena nekhona nje ngiyakuthatha into ethi ngiyanicela ngihambe nani ngiyocela amaphoyisa ngiyocela lapha enkantolo. Afike nje ngithi ngiletheni ake bengivulele ukuthi uZungu sokukhulunywa ngokomndeni lapha sehambe mina ngiyaqala uhambe enkantolo.
He says, since you guys are here, I would like you to accompany me to the police station. But with everything that is unraveling in his family right now, it's now forcing him to go to court. So this comes to an end of his interview with Daily Sun, and he's answered everything we were asking, especially when it comes to him. Why the state did not call him on the stand, since he's a key witness which is going to collaborate with the son's testimony. Yeah, this is sad. Wow. If you are that child that puts money above your family, your parents, wow, Constable Zungu, Sizwe Skhumbuzo Zungu, unenhliziyo embi. Ayimbi inhliziyo yakho mfana, imbi. Ayimbi. I believe your father. I believe your father. Yimbi inhliziyo yakho mfana, yimbi. And wawuzwakala even understand that you umuntu omubi enhliziyweni. Sis. Anyways, guys, I shall leave it right here, and I hope it benefited those that don't understand the Zulu language. And yeah, some of the things that I said, for those that yes, it's to actually complete his sentences. It was to complete his sentences so that also it makes sense. It's Zulu Zulu. So that's the best I could have done for those that don't understand Zulu. Constable Zungu's father says it's a lie. They were trying to coerce him into lying about innocent people. And on top of that, he was being disrespected by Brigadier Gininda for offering him things like money and overseas trips, and then the son will get a promotion. And the father told the son, be an upstanding young man, work for the position, no shortcuts. Imagine. But it's not a surprise. We talked about this on this morning's video, where we talked about the quota system, that in order for you to get a promotion, you need to do what? Yeah, now they have gone as far as picking people on the streets and smearing cases of crimes they did not commit. Now the question is, how many more are serving crimes in jail for serving sentences of crimes they did not commit? You exposed it all. We understand now. Now we see what's going on. And I've always said on this channel, we are sitting ducks when it comes to the SAPS. You would get a knock on the door and you'll be slapped with handcuffs just coming back from work. Just coming back from wherever. And then they will tell you you've been arrested for. That's exactly what happened to Ntanzi and Bongane. Ntanzi as well as Muzi. And the other three, like I said, I get it. But they must not be smeared with a crime they did not commit. Let them serve the sentence of crimes they committed. But Ntanzi and Sibiya, that's where the mistake Bongane Gininda made. He shouldn't have gone for Ntanzi and Sibiya. That's where he went wrong, because when we were listening, we were like, we want justice for Sanzone. We want justice, but we want the right people that unalived him, not people that the story doesn't make sense. People just walk up to you and make a confession. Njani Gininda. Well, I don't know where this matter is going to end up, but my foresight tells me Rata is going to stiffen his neck, because remember, they don't listen to what's happening out there. He's going to continue on the 21st of July, but now we want this man, Mr. Zungu, understand. We want him to say it on record and under oath that it's a lie. I've never met Gininda, never deposed of a sworn statement on these 5 accused people. It's a lie. And then tell his story, the one that he told in the Daily Sun interview. Anyways, guys, please don't leave the video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you next time in a new video. Goodbye.